Hello everybody! 欧米でウサギが卵を家に持ってくるという言い伝えがありますから、今日私はイースターのウサギ弁当を作ることにしました。And in English, in the West, there is a tale or a belief thing that bunnies bring eggs to your house during Easter. So I decided to make an Easter bento for you guys today. This is what it looks like. You can see the bunny, which I've colored, and the little ribbon I put around its neck, as well as the karaage, which is fried chicken in Japanese. It will be written on the screen with English, like Roman characters underneath, which I forgot last time, so I'm sorry. This is how you spell chiri denge as well. And then the little vegetable garden there. So yeah. Also, one last thing before I start. In my last video, I stated that you put takuan on the side when you're eating udon. But my family friend, who I call my Japanese mother, sent me a message and told me that after watching my video that in Japan you actually don't eat takuan with udon. So yeah, I just need a little moment of shame. 1 second. Okay, now that I've got that out of my system, yeah, let's get started and make the bento. Hopefully I don't do any, I don't know, cultural mistakes this time. So starting off with the bunny rice, you're going to want 2 sheets of lettuce, 150 grams or 3/4 cup of rice, 1 sheet of seaweed, a couple sticks of kamaboko, which is fish cake, 1 tablespoon of grated ginger, you can leave that out if you like though, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and some black sesame seeds. So following the directions on your rice, add as much water as you need, add the turmeric and the ginger, and also a pinch of salt. It really brings out the flavor and it's really important. So leaving your rice to cook, we're going to look at the ingredients for the karaage. 1 chicken breast that is cut into bite-sized pieces, which I already have done here. Some vegetable oil for frying. 1 egg, which you will want to lightly beat. 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic. 1/2 teaspoon of minced ginger, 1/2 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of rice flour, or you can just use regular all-purpose flour for this, 1.5 tablespoons of potato starch or corn starch, in Japanese is called katakuriko, so 1/2 tablespoon of sesame seeds, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to prepare the marinade for the chicken, and I am going to call A all of these ingredients, and you're going to want to put them in a bowl next to the bowl of egg. Add the beaten egg to A and mix in. Next, add A plus the egg into the chicken and mix together. Now for the broccoli garden, you're going to want 1 small head of broccoli, 1/2 a carrot, I have 1 here but you only use 1/2. Some frozen edamame or soybean, and you want to cook them to however long the package tells you to cook them. The kamaboko that you used last week you can reuse again in this recipe if you like. And some little toothpicks or bento picks, and a small flower-shaped cookie cutter. So first you're going to want to cut the broccoli. Holding it like this makes it really easy to cut and choose what size you want to use for your box. Next, you're going to cut the thickest area of the carrot, and only use that, and then slice it into about 2 or 3 slices, however many carrots you'd like, and maybe about like 1 centimeter thick. Now, you use these little flower cutters. I've linked a link in the description box of where to get them on Amazon, and you just push them into the vegetables, and then you get a little flower shape. Next we're going to do the kamaboko, and so before I'm just going to line up the cookie cutter with the kamaboko to see how thickly I have to cut it. And I just want the pink, so I'm just going to be cutting the pink off the kamaboko and laying it down, and then cutting out 2 pieces of the kamaboko with my sakura shaped cookie cutter. Now into a pot of boiling water, put the edamame and set your timer for however long it says to cook them. Mine said 5 minutes, so I put them in for 5 minutes. Next, you're going to want to add the carrots, and they take 4 minutes to boil.
and add the broccoli when there is 2 minutes left because they only take 2 minutes to cook. After everything's finished, just strain them and set them in a bowl. Now we're going to add oil to a pot to fry the chicken. After the 30 minutes, pop the chicken into the hot oil on medium. I set it on medium for about maybe 15 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown like that. When they're done, put some paper towel on a plate and drain them. Now we're going to make the little edamame picks. So you want to squeeze the side of the bean pod and then open it like that, and they should come out pretty easily. And now we're going to skewer the little edamame onto the skewer, and you're going to want to stab the bean in the center. If you put it to the side, there's a chance it might break off. So stab it right into the center and just stick them all on until the skewer is full. And they look like that when you're done. Now we're going to do the kamaboko. So this is for the ribbon on the rabbit. So what you want to do is unwrap them. I didn't know there was wrapping on it at the beginning. It kind of freaked me out because I'm like, what is this texture? But what you want to do instead of a knife, you can just squeeze the sides of the kamaboko and it will peel off. So you can just simply peel the red part off because we're only going to be using the red part. Just do that for as many as you think you'll need, depending on the size of the bunny. And now we're going to get the rice out of the pot if it's finished cooking. You want to use a shamoji, which is a rice spatula. It is so much easier than using a normal spatula because of the little bumps on it. The rice doesn't stick to it at all, so I really suggest getting one. Now I'm just scooping up the rice that is a lovely yellow color now and putting it on a plate that is lined with saran wrap. Now separate the rice into 2 equal portions and wrap them in the cling film and start to shape them into the body and the head of the rabbit. And be pretty firm. You want the rice to be a little bit packed in. If you don't press firm enough, it'll break apart really easily. And then add it into the bento box that is lined with lettuce. And you only want to line the part that you're putting the rice on with lettuce. And after that, just add all the other ingredients wherever you like in the box, trying to make it pretty and creating a nice little vegetable forest with the meat on the side. And you can add some fruit as well if you'd like. I've added some strawberries just to create a little bit of variety. And now we are going to make the ribbon for the rabbit. So 1 piece of kamaboko, or kanikama as they call in Japan, across the neck so that you can't see the seam. And then you're going to want to slice the kamaboko to however long you like to make the long little strands of the ribbon as well as the loop. I'm not actually making a loop, I'm just cutting it pretty short to make it look like a little loop. And then the center of the bow as well. And now I'm cutting the sheet of nori, or the dry seaweed, to make the eye. So kind of ovular shape, and then a longer one for the ear. And I'm just going to stick those on with my fingers because the rice is still damp, so it'll stick to the rice pretty well. There you go. And then I've added some sesame seeds as little toes on the bottom, and you're done!
Okay, so congratulations on making your bento! I hope it wasn't too complicated. This is actually the first bento that I've ever made, so I tried to make it easy for both of us to do. Also, one more thing, this container that I use is 700 milliliters, but if you wanted to make a bigger one, because obviously this doesn't fill everyone, you're going to need to double or triple the amount of ingredients that you use. So if you want to fill something like this, you're going to probably have to make a lot more rice and a lot more chicken and a lot more vegetables. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, if you're really hungry, then it's worth it. But yeah, so just to let you know, it makes about enough to fill in here, maybe a little bit extra. So yeah.